My girlfriend said she needs a break to find herself. I found out she's actually finding herself in my best friend's bed, so I helped her pack and sent her stuff to his ex-wife. I thought I was being mature and understanding. Turns out I was just being played like a fiddle. Original post, I, 28M, have been with my girlfriend Jess, 26F, for 2 years. Things have been great, or so I thought. We moved in together 6 months ago, talked about marriage, the whole deal. My best friend Mike, 29M, has been super supportive of our relationship since day one. 2 weeks ago, Jess sat me down for a serious talk. She said she's been feeling overwhelmed and needs space to figure out who she is outside of a relationship. Classic break speech, right? She wanted to take a month apart, no contact, so she could focus on personal growth. I was hurt, but tried to be understanding. She's been stressed with work, and I thought maybe she really did need time. I said, okay, helped her pack some stuff, and she went to stay with her friend from college across town. Mike was incredibly supportive during this, brought me beer, listened to me vent, told me I was handling it maturely, said Jess was probably just going through something and would come back stronger. He even offered to check on her for me since he knew how hard no contact must be. What a good friend, right? Yesterday, I was at the grocery store and ran into Jess's coworker, Amy. She looked super uncomfortable when she saw me. After some awkward small talk, she said, "I'm sorry about everything. I hope you're doing okay." I asked what she meant. She got this panicked look and said, no, I thought you knew that's about Jess and never mind. I pressed her. Finally, she admitted that everyone at Jess's work knows she's been seeing Mike. They've been coming to lunch together. He picks her up from work, and last Friday they were making out in the parking lot. My break wasn't about personal growth. It was about guilt-free cheating. I drove straight to Mike's apartment. His car was there, and so was Jess's. I could see them through the window, cooking dinner together like a happy couple. I sat in my car for an hour, watching them be domestic in the space where I used to hang out as his best friend. I didn't confront them. Instead, I went home and did some digging, checked our phone records, we're on a family plan. Jess has been texting Mike constantly for the past month. Hundreds of messages. The timing lines up perfectly with when she started acting distant. I also remembered that Mike was the one who suggested Jess and I move in together. Said it would be good for her to have stability. Now I'm wondering if he was playing the long game, getting her comfortable before making his move. The worst part, I can see the messages were happening during times when he was comforting me about the relationship. He texted her while sitting on my couch telling me everything would work out. I'm not confronting them yet. I want to see how far they'll take this charade. Jess is supposed to call me in 2 weeks to check in about our relationship status. I'm curious what lies she'll tell me then. Mike texted me this morning asking how I'm holding up and if I want to grab a beer tonight. The audacity is incredible. I'm hurt, but honestly, I'm more angry about the deception than the betrayal itself. If they wanted to be together, they could have been adults about it. Instead, they chose to make me look like an idiot while they play house. Not sure what my next move is, but it's going to be calculated. They want to play games? I can play games too. Update 1, 3 days later. Thanks for all the advice. Some of you are devious masterminds, and I appreciate that energy. So, Mike texted me again asking to hang out. I said, sure, let's grab dinner. Figured I'd see how committed he is to this lie. We met at our usual sports bar. He spent the entire dinner asking about how I'm coping with the break. Kept saying things like Jess probably just needs time and you two are solid, she'll come around. The whole time, I'm thinking about how he probably discussed this exact conversation with her beforehand, planning what to say to keep me in the dark. And he really went for it. Said he's been thinking about reaching out to Jess to check on her as a friend and see if she'll talk to me. Offered to be a mediator to help us work things out. I almost laughed. This man wanted to play relationship counselor for the relationship he was actively destroying. I told him that sounded great and I'd really appreciate his help. His face lit up, probably thinking about how easy this was going to make sneaking around. But here's where it gets interesting. I've been doing more research. Mike is married. Was married. His divorce was finalized 6 months ago. His ex-wife Sarah left him because she found out he was cheating with a coworker. Sound familiar? I reached out to Sarah through Facebook. He love bombs, taken women, convinces them their relationships are wrong, then swoops in as the better option. Sarah said he did the exact same thing to her previous boyfriend before they got married. She also told me something interesting. Mike has been posting pictures with Jess on his private Instagram for weeks. Pictures of him at restaurants, hiking, one of her in his kitchen wearing his shirt. But he blocked me from seeing his posts after Jess and I took our break. Sarah screenshotted everything and sent it to me. There's even a post from last weekend with the caption, "Finally found my person Red Heart," with Jess tagged. So while he's been texting me about helping me get back together with Jess, he's been posting about her being his soulmate. Sarah and I had a long conversation. She's still angry about how Mike destroyed her marriage and is very interested in helping me return the favor. We've come up with a plan. Tomorrow is Jess's birthday. I know this because I've been planning something special for weeks before our break. Mike probably doesn't know I remember the date. I'm going to show up at his apartment with a birthday cake and flowers, not to confront them, but to surprise Jess because I missed her so much and couldn't wait for our break to be over. Sarah's going to be waiting in her car to record everything. She wants to see Mike's face when his two worlds collide. I'm also planning to be extremely nice and understanding. Kill them with kindness while they scramble to explain why they're together. The real gift? I've already moved all of Jess's stuff out of my apartment. It's sitting in a storage unit. If she wants her things back, she can ask for them honestly. Stay tuned. Tomorrow is going to be interesting. Update 2, 2 days later, holy shit. Yesterday was even better than I hoped. I showed up at Mike's apartment at 7 p.m. with a birthday cake, flowers, and a bottle of wine, rang the doorbell and waited. Mike answered the door in sweatpants and a tank top. His face went through about 5 different expressions in 2 seconds. Confusion, panic, guilt, then forced happiness. "Hey man, what are you doing here?" I held up the cake and said, "It's Jess's birthday. I couldn't wait until our break was over. I missed her too much." "Is she here? I thought I saw her car." He started stammering. "Oh, yeah, she stopped by to talk about you guys, actually. We were just perfect," I said, pushing past him. "She can help me plan how to make things right." Jess was on his couch in pajamas, clearly having been there all day. She looked like she'd seen a ghost when I walked in. "Surprise, baby." The next 10 minutes were the most beautiful disaster I've ever witnessed. They both started talking at once, trying to explain why she was there. Their stories didn't match at all. Mike said she came over to ask advice about our relationship. Jess said she was helping him move furniture. Then Mike changed his story to say she was upset and needed someone to talk to. Jess switched to saying she was returning something she borrowed. I just smiled and nodded, acting completely oblivious. "That's so sweet of you, Mike, helping her work through our relationship issues. And Jess, I'm so glad you have such a good friend to talk to." I started setting up the cake on his coffee table like I belonged there. "Should I put on some music? This feels like a celebration." They kept looking at each other in panic. Finally, Jess said she should probably go because this was weird timing. I said, "No way. It's your birthday. Mike, you don't mind if we celebrate here, do you? You're practically family." Mike looked like he was going to throw up. Then I pulled out my phone and said, "Let me get a picture of all of us. Sarah would love to see this." Mike went white. "Sarah?" "Yeah, your ex-wife. We've been talking. She's been so helpful during this difficult time, really insightful about relationships and trust." That's when they both realized I knew everything. Jess started crying. Mike started making excuses. I just kept smiling and taking pictures. You know what, guys? I think I understand what's happening here. Jess, you didn't need a break from our relationship. You needed a break from lying about this one. I gestured between them. How long has this been going on? Before or after you suggested we move in together, Mike? They both started talking at once again, but I held up my hand. Actually, don't answer that. I already know. Sarah showed me your Instagram posts. Very cute couple photos, by the way. I turned to Jess. I packed all your stuff. It's in storage. I'll text you the address. Your key is with the front desk. Then I turned to Mike. 12 years of friendship, man. You could have just told me you were interested in her. I would have been hurt, but I would have respected the honesty. I headed for the door, then turned back. Oh, and Mike? Sarah says hi. She's been following your Instagram this whole time. She knows about all of them. I left them both standing there in shock. Sarah was waiting in the parking lot, laughing so hard she was crying. She got the whole thing on video through the window. But wait, there's more. This morning, I got a series of texts from both of them. Jess was apologizing and asking if we could talk through this. Mike was trying to explain that it just happened and he never meant to hurt me. I responded to both with the same message. I hope you're happy together. You deserve each other. Then I blocked them both. But the real cherry on top? Sarah posted a compilation video on Facebook of Mike's Instagram posts with Jess, along with screenshots of him texting me about helping fix my relationship. She captioned it, "When your ex-husband tries the same tricks on your friend that he used on you, some people never learn." The video has been shared 200 plus times. Mike's coworkers, family, and friends have all seen it. His mom commented, "I'm disappointed in you, Michael." Jess's coworkers are having a field day. Amy texted me that everyone at her office is talking about it and calling her the other woman who became the main woman. I'm doing great, honestly. Better than I have in months. Turns out, when you're not being lied to constantly, life is pretty peaceful. Already got a match on a dating app with someone who seems normal. Her profile says she's looking for honesty and trust. Perfect. Final update 1 month later. Time for the final chapter of this saga because the aftermath has been wild. First, the immediate fallout. After Sarah's video went viral in our social circle, Mike's life basically imploded. He got fired from his job. Apparently, this wasn't his first workplace affair, and his lease wasn't renewed. Word is, he's moved back in with his parents at 29. Jess tried to salvage her reputation by telling people I was controlling and she was escaping an unhealthy relationship. That backfired when multiple people came forward saying she'd been bragging about her hot new boyfriend weeks before our break. Her work situation got awkward too. Turns out she'd been using company time to text Mike and even took long lunches to meet him. Her boss wasn't thrilled when the drama spilled into the office. But here's the plot twist nobody saw coming. 2 weeks ago, I got a call from a number I didn't recognize. It was Mike's other ex-girlfriend, the one before Sarah. Her name's Lisa, and she'd seen Sarah's video. Lisa wanted to meet for coffee. She had a story to tell. Turns out, Mike pulled the exact same scheme on her. She was dating someone seriously when Mike befriended both of them. He convinced her that her boyfriend was holding her back and that she deserved better. Convinced her to take a break to figure things out. Sound familiar? But here's the kicker. He did this to Sarah too. Sarah wasn't single when they met. Mike was friends with Sarah's previous boyfriend and slowly convinced her that the guy was wrong for her. We're talking about a pattern spanning at least 8 years and 4 relationships that we know of. Lisa, Sarah, and I decided to do some more digging. We found 2 other women with similar stories. Mike has been running this same playbook for nearly a decade. His method: befriend couples where he's attracted to the woman, slowly plant seeds of doubt about the relationship, position himself as the supportive friend, Suggest breaks or space through the male friend. Swoop in as the shoulder to cry on. Rinse and repeat when he gets bored. We've created a whole timeline. This man is a relationship predator. The five of us, all his victims' exes plus Sarah, created a group chat we call Mike's Casualties. We're like a support group for people who've been manipulated by the same sociopath. We decided to warn people, created a detailed post with receipts, screenshots, photos, testimonies from all of us. Posted it in every local Facebook group, sent it to his family, shared it with mutual friends. The response was overwhelming. Turns out, even more women came forward with similar experiences. Mike has been doing this since college. As for Jess, she reached out last week, not to apologize, but to warn me that Mike was already getting bored with her, and she was worried he was going to do to her what he did to me. I told her she made her bed and could lie in it. But plot twist number 2, Mike tried to contact me through a mutual friend, wanted to make amends and explain his side. The mutual friend said Mike claimed he was going through a tough time after his divorce and made some bad decisions. I told the friend to tell Mike that 5 different women and 8 years of the same pattern isn't bad decisions. It's a personality disorder. The best part? Sarah's video got picked up by a local news blog that does stories about dating horror stories. Mike is now internet famous for being a serial relationship wrecker. The article is titled, "Local Man's Decade-Long Scheme to Steal Other People's Girlfriends Exposed." His dating life is over. Every woman in a 50-mile radius knows his face and his methods. As for me, I'm doing fantastic. Started therapy to work through trust issues, but honestly, I feel more relieved than traumatized. I dodged a bullet, and I helped other people dodge future bullets. The woman I mentioned from the dating app, we've been seeing each other for 3 weeks now. Her name's Kate, she's a teacher, and she thinks the whole Mike situation is hilarious. She also appreciates that I was upfront about it from day one. Kate actually said, "The fact that you handled this so calmly and didn't become bitter or vindictive tells me everything I need to know about your character." I'm moving to a new apartment next month. Fresh start, new neighborhood, far away from all this drama. To Mike and Jess, I hope you learned something from this experience, but I doubt it. Mike, you're going to need serious therapy to figure out why you can't just date single women like a normal person. Jess, you're about to learn what it feels like to be on the other side of Mike's games. Good luck with that. To everyone who followed this story, trust your instincts. If someone is pushing you to question your relationship while positioning themselves as your savior, run. And if your friend is being weirdly supportive of your breakup while offering to help, maybe ask yourself why. To the Mike's Casualties group chat, y'all are amazing. Who knew getting manipulated by the same sociopath could lead to such great friendships? I'm deleting this account now. Time to focus on the future instead of the past. But I'll always remember this as the time I accidentally became part of an investigation that exposed a serial relationship predator. Stay vigilant out there, folks. The Mikes of the world are everywhere, but they're not as clever as they think they are. Peace out. P.S. Mike's mom grounded him. At 29, she took away his car key. YSN made him get a job at her friend's restaurant. Sometimes justice comes in unexpected forms.